It's really wonderful, isn't it, when someone does something, does the right thing, even when it's at personal cost to themselves, or they suffer because they do it. We can think of the grand examples of this, I guess. I remember enjoying one of the Rock's early movies, where he's in a bar with one of his friends, who's a bit like me, a bit sort of small and weedy, and there are these two very nasty guys with some weapons who are sort of bullying him and obviously looking to pick a fight with his rather weedy friend. We know what the Rock is like, don't we? He's not the kind of guy who's just going to let that kind of thing happen, but he puts himself in harm's way, and he takes on the guys and teaches them a lesson or two. He puts himself in harm's way to do the right thing. But it's not just those big things that big muscular guys like the Rock do, is it? But also, I think it's wonderful as well, isn't it, when you get those examples of you're in a shop or something, or someone's doing some customer service to you, a delivery driver, and you can tell how stressed they are, how difficult their day has been. They've probably been dealing with some really stressed customers, and they're probably late home for work, they're not getting paid very much, there's all sorts of pressures on them. And yet they manage to deal with you in a particularly sort of courteous and gracious way. It's wonderful, isn't it, when people are able to show that kind of courtesy, do the right thing, treat people as they should, even when it's costly to them, when they're under pressure themselves. And on the other side of the coin, it's really disappointing, isn't it, when people, and particularly when we ourselves, fail to do the right thing that we should do because we're under pressure and because we know in particular that it will cost us. I'm talking from personal experience as well. You know, we lose our temper, don't we, when something's gone wrong, someone's stressing us out, rather than dealing with a situation courteously and treating people with respect. Someone does something completely out of order to us, and so we think evil and malicious thoughts about that person, or perhaps go further, rather than leave it to God, the judge, to sort out the justice for us. And as we go on in life, we look back increasingly, don't we, at times in our lives when things happened and we really should have done something about them. We ought to have said something. We ought to have done something to do the right thing. But we failed to do it because of the kind of pushback or the suffering or the cost that it would have involved.